So we do have Mr. Aberdeen and Mr. Forbes.
Well, Mr. Aberdeen, and I think Karen Forbes is with us. Mr. Aberdeen, the
Oh,
CEO
Karen.
of NexGen, and Karen Forbes supposed to be joining us as the event coordinator for the event. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Okay, good.
Yes, so you're hearing us loud and clear.
Yes, I am.
Right. So thank you. So let's give us a background on NexGen. I know you came on set with us a few months ago, but tell us what exactly, for the persons who are hearing the brand or the organization for the first time, what is NexGen?
So just to correct you, it's NexGem. That's GEM, like diamond in the rough. And NexGem basically is a talent management agency that basically helps to identify talented individuals and help them make the jump from amateur to pro. We identify talented individuals and we have connections across Europe and the United States where players could either go the professional route or they could get scholarships to universities and develop their education while playing their sport of choice. We are primarily focused on soccer and track and field at this point in time.
Okay, and Tobago is the destination for this particular event. Why was Tobago chosen this time around? Because I understand there are a number of teams that will be coming from the likes of England, USA, Africa, and so on. Why was Tobago chosen this time around, Mr. Aberdeen?
Well, obviously, being a Trinidad and Tobago national, and this is our background. Both me and my business partner, Mr. Cunningham, we are both citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, and we felt that it will be a great place for us to start this venture. We plan to take this throughout the Caribbean, this tournament style, to help identify talented individuals. But Tobago stands out. Obviously, it's a tourist destination, and we plan to have sports tourism as the main source of this venture, highlighting what Tobago has in terms of its beaches, its culture, and then also highlighting the talent of Trinidad and Tobago future soccer stars.
Once talents is cited or recognize these talents, what happens next?
So basically how we start this venture is we usually have our scouting camps. NextGem is the business of identifying talent. So individuals would attend one of our camps. We had a camp last year, December, and we had identified a number of players that we wanted to bring under the NextGem brand and management agency. Once that happens, we identify a coach, and that coach basically has been training those individuals for the tournaments that we are participating in. In this instance, we have the NAIC tournament, which will be the first of its kind in Tobago. We plan to have US scouts and also university coaches attend this tournament. And players will be able to basically showcase their skills with the hopes of getting a scholarship or be taken abroad to attend an academy.
Very good. All right. Right. So let's talk that. Who are, well, I don't want to say who is eligible to attend. Presently, obviously, you have to connect with the clubs, if there are any in Tobago, as to get these young people to be showcased with this Next Gems. Speak to us about the clubs. We know there's in Plymouth and wherever. Talk to us about the network that you had to do to get these talents being showcased.
So basically, that's where we identified Karen. Karen basically being from Tobago and having those connections. We were able to work with her to be able to get a group of players that they've basically identified to be part of a Tobago team. Actually, Tobago is going to have a team at this tournament, apart from NextGem, which has also a team from Trinidad. So Karen was instrumental in helping us put us in touch with coaches on the ground to help us identify the talent.
Okay, and we supposed to have Karen with us, but I understand that we're experiencing a little technical difficulty there. But Karen Forbes is no stranger to the sport, but even beyond that, from an administrative standpoint, she continues to find ways to give back and coordinate these events. And looking forward to this event, which, by the way, is on December the 12th to the 14th at the Dwight York Stadium.
Correct. December the 12th to the 14th. Those are the dates. We plan to have 10 teams in 2 age groups, boys U16 and boys U20. So on the Friday, we plan to have 6 games from each group. On the Saturday, the same. And Sunday, we plan to have the semifinals and the finals of the event.
Okay, and looking at the football itself, so persons could come and they can experience and enjoy some football, which we love. But for the players and even the coaches, give us an idea in terms of the collaboration with coaches, because, I mean, as much as we want to develop the players, we also want the players to be in a system where the coaches are providing the right information and the right training mechanisms and so on to compete on an international stage, because this is an international event.
Yes, so that was a great question. So basically in September, we identified 2 coaches that we brought down to Trinidad to basically do a coaching network of grassroots coaches. Because we, as you just mentioned, realized that in order for the players to properly develop, they need to have the proper coaching. So we decided to bring down 2 coaches, one coached at Chelsea, the other one coached at Manchester United. And we held a weekend camp at the Atto Bolden Stadium, both in the classroom and on the field, where coaches were able to come under their wings and basically help those coaches develop with the up-to-date international techniques that the world uses today. Obviously, it was in September, and because of the secondary schools football league, some coaches were not able to attend. So this is something that we would continue to work on in the future, where we'll be bringing down coaches to help with the techniques and the development of those coaches, so that the players in turn, their game will continue.
All right.
Yeah, I guess he was going to end by saying their game would continue to grow or improve, but all positive in terms of the mindset and the inspiration behind having an event like this.
Yeah.
But we always talk about it, giving the players the opportunity to be exposed.
Of course.
You know?
And this is why we have to applaud. Is he back? They will let me know. And this is what we need to give these young players incentives and motivation, that they can be cited by scouts. And that's what we need, their talents here. Are we ready, guys? Yeah. So, right, just finish what we were saying, Mr. Aberdeen.
Yeah, so just to reiterate again, we basically brought down international coaches from the UK, the coach at Chelsea and Manchester United. And those coaches basically will help to improve the techniques and the game from a coaching standpoint to those grassroots coaches. And we believe that by doing that, this will eventually trickle down to the players, because they now will get a chance to basically have access to international coaching standards and techniques.
Mr. Aberdeen, I looked at Nigeria against Congo last evening, competing in the playoffs to qualify for the World Cup. And then, of course, looked at our recent games as a national team. Unfortunately, we didn't qualify. But why I brought in the perspective of Nigeria and Congo in comparison or juxtaposing our football because you tend to see similarities in terms of the physicality and certain strategies or certain tactics that would be employed from time to time. Is there an attempt using this tournament and other events that you all would do as NexGem to craft or to tailor a particular brand of football? And even beyond that, what exactly the scouts are looking for? Is there particular qualities that these scouts that you interact with or you engage look for when they come to Trinidad and Tobago, and well, in this case, Tobago?
Well, from a scouting perspective, scouts look at professionalism. Obviously, you need to have the basics, right? You should be able to cross the ball, pass the ball, and those basic things. When you go to the academy is where you work on the different strategies, the different formations, the different on and off the ball. But they are looking for the physicality, the speed, the passing accuracy, and the professionalism, right? Being able to make the right pass, spot a pass, your shooting technique, the basics. Remember, you're 16 years old, right? So they will basically use that now and get you into their framework of how they play the game from an international level.
Has
So
there
that's
been,
basically how scouts works.
all right, so this is new. Has there been, under your stewardship, any scouts being in Trinidad and Tobago before this? And is this intended to be ongoing? Is it a one event and that's it, or is it ongoing after this one?
So again, this is the inaugural NAIC tournament. In May of this year, we took a U16 team to the MIC Cup, which was played in Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. And those boys were able to play against Santos, against Inter Miami, and some of these other big clubs. So the goal is to basically help these boys play against top level talent so that they could then see what it takes to become a professional, because obviously these are some of the biggest academies in the world. And you want to be able to play against that to see and to test your levels. This is part of your growth and your evolution as a player. Obviously, some players will stand out more than others. But we believe that the more exposure you get to these types of tournaments, it's supposed to bring out the fire in you to want to basically improve and to work on your game.
All right.
Yeah. Well, we're looking forward to this event, Mr. Aberdeen. Again, we made attempts to get in contact with Karen Forbes, but of course, she would be on the ground. Well, she is on the ground, making the necessary arrangements to make sure that this event is a success. It's on December the 12th to the 14th at Dwight York Stadium. Just in terms of, is there a cover charge? Tell us what our patrons should be aware of in order to be part of this experience. And is there still an opportunity for players to get involved?
At this point in time, I'll answer your second question first. We have basically closed off registrations for the event from a NexGem team perspective. Obviously, there has been a lot of enthusiasm amongst the parents to be a part, for their kids to be a part of this tournament. So to be fair, there's a registration fee to attend, and we want to basically give all the players a chance to play in the games. So there's just so much players that we could take on at this point in time. Also, remember, we also have training. We are 1 month away from the tournament. These boys have been training for about 3 weeks already, and you want to be able to gel with your teammates. That's also part of being a team and performing at your best. So someone coming on at this late stage, it will be a disadvantage to them.
Right.
In terms of the actual tournament, we are selling tickets at Island E-Tickets online. We have a 3-day pass for kids, that's $65. And we also have an adult 1-day pass, that's $85. We will also have a raffle as part of your ticket. So you will be able to partake in this raffle and be a part of the prizes that we will have on display at the tournament. This is going to be a family fun-filled event. We're going to have artists, we're going to have a DJ, we're going to have food, we're going to have football. So it's a time for families to come out there, experience high-level football, support your local teams, and get a chance to see the future stars of world football.
All right. We want to thank you for being with us this morning. All the best to you, and we'll chat again. Yes?
All right. Thank you
All
so
the
much.
best,
Have a good day.
Yeah.